Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and welcome back to another rebuild where today we're going to be doing the Cincinnati Bengals. And before we get into it, if you guys do enjoy this video, hit that like button down below to let me know. Also, subscribe if you're new. Like I always say, I have big plans for Madden 19, so you're going to want to stick around for that. So, let's get into a roster overview of this team. And I will start off by saying that this team does not have much going for it. I would definitely say that for sure. So, of course, we've got Andy Dalton at quarterback. He is on the trade block. Running back, we've got Joe Mixon at an 82, Giovanni Bernard at an 81. Bernard is kind of like he's pretty average, really, in Madden. Mixon, we'll see if we can develop him at all. AJ Green is the one nice thing, or one of the nice things that we actually have going for us, but he is 29 already. So, we'll see how much longer he's going to be viable. I mean, I think for the purposes of this rebuild, he should be fine. But yeah, I mean, AJ Green and Geno Atkins are like the two things that this team really has going for it. We did also sign Dez Bryant. Brandon LaFell's on the trade block. We got John Ross, who I'm going to start in the slot this year, see if he can really do anything in his rookie year, maybe win Rookie of the Year. Of course, we've also got Tyler Eifert at tight end. The offensive line is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. The right side sucks. Left side is somewhat decent, not great. They did draft Billy Price in the first round of the 2018 draft, and he does have quick. So hopefully he can develop into a serviceable starter. He's only like a 73 now. Carlos Dunlap, another player on the trade block, since we do have Sam Hubbard here, and he's got normal dev. And Michael Johnson, another pretty good player in his prime. I think he was never really that great, but he was definitely a solid end for him. But Carl Lawson is really coming on. He had like 11 or something sacks in his rookie year in real life, so he's got quick dev. We're going to see if he can develop as well. Jordan Willis, another nice young rookie here, actually, with 87 speed, too. That's pretty nice. But moving on, so Geno Atkins, the other nice thing we've got going for us, he is also 29, and he only has quick, surprisingly enough. So he's going to start going downhill fairly quickly, which is not good for us. Vincent Ray is pretty average. Preston Brown isn't too bad. He's 77 with quick. Malik Jefferson, also 2018 draft pick. He has quick as well. And he's pretty decently fast. But he's only a 73 right now, so he definitely needs some development. We do have Vontaze Burfict, who's still only 26, and he also has quick, so maybe he can get a little bit better as well. The secondary is pretty trash, though. Darquez Denard is our best corner, and he's an 81. We also have William Jackson, who in his second year this year, he's actually pretty solid. His press is pretty trash, but we'll see if we can develop him. He is only 23, and he's an 81. Drake Kirkpatrick was super bust. Pretty sure he had slow development for the longest time in Madden's. George Iloka is also in the trade block because we have 2018 draft pick Jesse Bates here with Superstar Dev. We're going to see if he can develop for us as well. Sean Williams, I actually don't know who this guy is, to be totally honest. But he's an 81 at 26 years old. We're going to see if he gets any better and maybe keep him around for a little bit. I don't know. We'll kind of keep an eye on that. So with that, let's get into a couple trade offers we have here. We've got some for Tyler Kroft, the backup tight end. And let's take this one from the Ravens, I suppose. And who else do we have? Andy Dalton and Carlos Dunlap. All right, so Andy Dalton, we're going to want to take that. First rounder from the Jets next year. Gladly take that. Definitely trying to tank this year in year one, maybe even in year two. And we're getting a few offers. We're going to take this one from the Cardinals for Carlos Dunlap. Get another extra first rounder next year. So Matt Barkley, I guess, is going to be our starting quarterback, which shouldn't go too well. So let's see what happens, guys. So we're actually just here in the next week of the preseason because we have some more trade offers. George Iloka is going to be traded to the Broncos for a first rounder next year. So we already have 4 first-round picks next year. Brandon LaFell, see if we can get anything for him. Couple thirds, couple seconds. Let's actually take this pick this third rounder this year from the Cardinals, just to have an extra mid-round pick. And Darqueze Dennard, let's see. I think he's got slow dev. That's why I put him up on the trade block. Let's take this one from the Jets. We're going to get a second rounder next year and a couple of late round picks. And then we got Chris Baker here, defensive tackle. And let's take... let's just take this one from the Lions. Alright guys, so we're here at the end of season number 1 here, and obviously we did not make the playoffs, and we finish with a record of 5-11. And I actually expected to be worse. What do you mean, Matt Barkley? We had the 7th best offense in the league and the 29th defense. That is insane. Matt Barkley with 5,000 yards though, 33 touchdowns, 22 picks. Joe Mixon, not great on the ground, almost 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. We had 3,000-yard receivers. Dez Bryant, A.J. Green, and John Ross all had over 1,000 yards. John Ross barely got it, but it counts. 1,001 yards still counts. What up, Bronson? So, definitely a pretty good year offensively. The defense seems to be the one that we really need to focus on, as well as getting a quarterback, of course. So, Malik Jefferson, the rookie, hopefully he got Rookie of the Year. I don't know yet, obviously. Had 139 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 pick. I don't know if that's good enough for Rookie of the Year, but oh my God, that might be. Carl Lawson with 20 sacks in his rookie year, dude. That is incredible. William Jackson led our team with 3 picks. We had a few guys with 2. Kicking was meh. Punting was meh. No kick return touchdowns, no punt return touchdowns. So, let's see if we won any of these awards. MVP to Tom Brady. Of course, we don't have anybody in there. We do actually have Matt Barkley at 8 for Offensive Player of the Year, which is pretty funny. Defensive Player of the Year. Somehow, 20 sacks doesn't get you top 10. Offensive Rookie does not go to John Ross. It does go to Leonard Fournette at 96 overall now, dude. Jeez, man. Joe Mixon actually comes in 6th. And John Ross is in 8th. I didn't even see him there for a second. I thought he didn't get it. But Carl Lawson is the one that wins Rookie of the Year, and I'm happy with that. Malik Jefferson finishes 2nd, actually. So pretty good year, I think. Pretty good year 1. We got 1 Rookie of the Year. We got a few guys here in the top 10s for other things. Carl Lawson in 2nd for best D-line. So not a bad year 1, I think, especially since we were trying to tank. So let's move on to this offseason. So a very, very close Super Bowl here in year number 1 as the Saints beat the Steelers 44-41. So here in free agency now, surprise, surprise, look who is a free agent again, DeMarcus Lawrence for the 2nd straight rebuild, and I would gladly take that 98 overall left end on my team. Carl Lawson, by the way, is up to a 90 after 1 year. So our D-line is starting to look pretty nice, man. If Geno Atkins can kind of hold off their regression a little bit, get another better D-tackle than a 75, our D-line will be really good. Jesse Bates also up to an 87 after his rookie year. So I don't know what it is about Isaiah Wynn, but literally 9 times out of 10 on my rebuilds, he's a free agent after year 1, and he has superstar dev. So I don't know if he's only on a 1-year contract on the Patriots, or if they just want to release him every single time for some ungodly reason, because like the guy is good. Like I don't get why you would release him over Adrian Waddle. Makes no sense. Makes literally no sense, but I guess that's Madden for you. So, let's move on to the draft, because I do have one more offer on a player, but it's for a kicker, just to upgrade that a little bit. So and he may or may not accept it. I really don't know, but it doesn't really matter. Move on to the draft, and hopefully we can get this team a little bit better for next year. All right, guys, so here after the draft now, with our first round pick, we actually ended up with 2 of them because I traded up. But this number 7 pick was our pick. We took wide receiver A.J. Brown out of Ole Miss. And this guy was one of the guaranteed superstars. Definitely a really good player. And there was a free safety here that I thought about taking. He was another superstar. And when I look back on it, I wish I had, because I already have pretty decent receivers. And John Ross, being young and being able to develop him, was kind of a goal of mine, but it looks like that might not happen. A.J. Brown is extremely good, and then with our second pick that we traded up with the Bills to get, we took a right guard, Jonah Williams, out of Alabama. Another guaranteed superstar guy. He was like number 4 or 7 in the draft, one of those, I think, but dude is super good, and we need all of the offensive line help that we can get. With our second round pick, we took another receiver. You're probably laughing at me now for taking these receivers when I have AJ Green and Dez Bryant. But this guy is 6'6", and he's got quick dev. So with that being said, one of AJ Green and Dez Bryant are getting traded. And I think it's going to be Dez, mostly because I just want to hold on to AJ Green, just, make him a lifetime Bengal or something. I don't know. But he's also the better receiver. He's actually much, much better. He's like a 98 and Dez is like an 87. So yeah, we're keeping AJ Green. Dez is getting traded. These two receivers are super nice, and with having John Ross on the roster as well, if AJ Green really starts to regress, it's gonna, we're gonna not miss a beat. It's gonna be perfectly fine. Really drafting for the future here. So with our third round pick, we took a left guard here. Pretty solid player, a little bit low in the pass block, but definitely needed offensive line, which we did take a lot of. We took a center here with quick dev. Took another right guard here with superstar. Actually, I almost forgot about this guy for a second. This guy, I think, was... I said, what's this? Jonah Williams. I said he was either 4 or 7. This guy was the other one. I think this guy was 7, actually, and Jonah Williams was 4. But this guy is absolutely insane. Superstar dev right off the bat, which is fantastic. And I think I'm actually going to keep him at guard and move Jonah Williams to... Actually, what am I going to do? They're pretty similar sized, I think. So we'll move Jonah Williams to tackle. We'll keep Barry Branch at guard. So that looks good. The offensive line is really rounding out. Now we got a whole lot of devs traits all over the place, especially with the addition of Isaiah Wynn at left tackle. So offensive line is looking much improved. We got a D tackle here that was actually a left end that I made be D tackle. Pretty solid player, actually. 78 speed at D tackle is pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Took another right guard here, not as good. And then a left tackle here. Again, not as good, but this guy was actually projected to go undrafted. So not a bad find. I think overall it was a pretty good draft. So I put some guys on the trade block here. Dez Bryant, obviously being the big one. And any first rounders? Yes. First rounder from Atlanta for next year and the Cowboys. I can send it back to Dallas. And I think I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to send him back to the Cowboys. So that'll probably be a little bit awkward in the locker room for them. Clint Bowling also was put on the trade block. We're going to take this offer from Minnesota for him. And let me just quickly sim the week. Oh, I got to train first. So this is what I was wanting to sim the week there for, to see my trade offers on Cordy Glenn, as I also put him on the trade block, and not a ton of great offers. So we'll take these or this trade offer from the Texans, since that's pretty much the best one there. All right, guys, so this is what the team is going to look like for year number 2. We got a new look receiving core, new look offensive line. Lawrence Collins is going to start on the outside. We're going to have A.J. Brown in the slot. Still got Joe Mixon starting at running back. Wow, Giovanni Bernard just took a nosedive. I don't know what that 76 is doing right there, but it's not a good look. So, this offensive line development is going to be really key this year, and I'm actually really happy I did it like this, because I want to get my offensive line really good before I get a rookie quarterback. That's something that I've been kind of trying to do, but then I see a quarterback that's like really good or like a guaranteed superstar, and I'm like, let me draft him. I want, please. So I'm pretty happy with the direction that this rebuild is currently going. Here's the defense. We got addition DeMarcus Lawrence. I did sign Brent Grimes actually just now in free agency to a 1-year deal because our corners are just trash. Malik Jefferson's still starting at middle linebacker. Hopefully he can keep developing. I don't know if he will, though, because I'm not training linebackers at all this year. Last year I split it up between D-line and secondary and linebacker and secondary. This year I'm probably just going to focus on the D-line. So one thing that is a little bit unfortunate is Sean Williams actually got slow dev last year. I guess he didn't complete his goal. So he's not going to be in our long-term plans anymore. Oh, Drake Kirkpatrick's got a bunch of XP. All right, let me spend that. But I'm going to start getting into simming this year, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. All right, guys, so we're here at the end of season number 2, and we did miss the playoffs again. It was looking like we might actually make it for a while because we were like 5-1 or 5-2, but we finished 7-9. Which is about what I expected, to be honest. 9th best offense in the league and 21st defense. So as for stats, Matt Barkley, 4,800 yards, 28 touchdowns, 22 picks. Barkley really hasn't been bad, except for the pick numbers. It's like, I think he had 22 last year, too. So if he could just throw less picks, I mean, he would actually be solid. Not franchise quarterback worthy, but solid nonetheless. Joe Mixon did have 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns this year. No fumbles, too. Much better season from him. Receiving led by A.J. Green, of course. 89 catches, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. Lawrence Collins, numbers not exactly what I would hope to see. 80 catches, almost 900 yards, 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, though, pretty good season for him in his rookie year. 78 catches, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Zach Eifert. Is Zach Eifert even a person? Or am I thinking of like Zach Ertz? I don't know, man. Tyler Eifert, though, about 800 yards, 9 touchdowns. As for blocking with the almost entirely rookie or 1 or 2 year, 2-year offensive line, not too bad. Isaiah Wynn, a little bit high there, but overall not too bad. Defense led again by Malik Jefferson, 124 tackles, 2 sacks, and a pick. Sacks going to be led by Carl Lawson again, man. 21.5 sacks. DeMarcus Lawrence with 7. Vontaze Burfict had 7. DeMarcus Lawrence had 11. Brent Grimes did lead the team in picks with 3. Sean Williams had 2. A few guys here and there had 1. Any defensive touchdowns this year? I kind of doubt it. Yeah, no. Kicking with Greg Zerlin was bad. Punting was better. We had 2 kick return touchdowns, actually, with Gio Bernard. No punt returns. So let's take a look at awards. I know Todd Gurley got MVP. I doubt we have anybody. We do not. Anybody for Offensive Player of the Year? It's going to be a no, it looks like. Drew Brees went to the Jets and led them to a 9-7 record. That's funny. Defensive Player of the Year, we got Carl Lawson in 6th. Oops, wrong button. We do win Offensive Rookie of the Year, though, with A.J. Brown. Would have probably preferred to win it with Lawrence Collins, and really, if I wanted to do that, I probably should have had him in the slot, but just because of their size difference, Lawrence Collins being 6'6", I figured it'd be better for him to be on the outside. But he does finish in 2nd, so that's still not too bad. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we didn't really have many defensive rookies. We had the D-tackle, I think that was about it. Matt Barkley comes in 9th for best quarterback. We got Joe Mixon in 5th for best running back. We got A.J. Green in 5th for best receiver. Best offensive line, we don't have anybody. Best D-line, Carl Lawson in 3rd. Best linebacker, I don't think we'll have anybody. We do not. Best defensive back, I don't think we'll have anybody. And we don't. And best kicker, Greg Zerlin does not finish in the top 10. So we're moving on to the offseason. So in season number 2, the Steelers make it back to the Super Bowl, but they lose again by 3 points, this time to the Rams, 24-21. Very unfortunate for Pittsburgh, not that I really feel bad for them, though. All right, guys, so we are going to be making one trade here in the offseason. That's going to be a 3rd-round pick, a 7th-round pick, and Sam Hubbard to the Browns for Denzel Ward, who was on the trade block. We really, really, really need secondary help, and Denzel Ward is still only 22. He's pretty good. So we are going to be bringing back Greg Zerlin on another 1-year deal. We got another random superstar left tackle in free agency, Sean Martin, that we're going to be signing. So we really don't even need him. It's just the fact of, well, I mean, I could use a backup right tackle, but just the fact that the guy's got superstar, and I'm actually going to just move him to right tackle. I mean, you can really never have enough superstar or even quick dev offensive linemen, so I will gladly take that find. And then we also signed Clay Matthews to a 1-year deal just to occupy that left outside linebacker spot, assuming we don't find anybody in the draft that I want to play there. So I'm actually going to throw Sean Williams up on the trade block as well. And I think those are the only moves that I'm really going to be making for the time being. I don't have any other offers in free agency, so I will see you guys after the draft. Alright guys, so we're here after the draft now, and we did have the first 2 picks. We didn't actually end up with those. We had 4 and 5, but I traded up because I really needed these 2 players. I traded 4 and 5 and a few corners, I think, for each of them. So with the number 1 pick, we took the number 1 overall player in the draft, Chase Lucas, cornerback out of Arizona State. Superstar dev, 94 speed. This dude is super good. 79 catching, too. So maybe he can be a little bit of a ball hawk. That would be great. We really need help at corner. So I was very happy with that pick. With the second pick, we took a linebacker, Kenneth Murray, making his return to a rebuild. Superstar dev, 92 tackling, 86 speed. This guy is definitely going to start at middle linebacker. Then it goes down a little bit. Elijah Veltung, this guy's not a real-life prospect. He's actually a pretty solid player, but he's got slow dev, unfortunately. But we're going to come right back here at another middle linebacker with quick dev. And this is pretty nice because the linebacking core definitely needed a bit of an overhaul. Malik Jefferson wasn't really developing how I would like, which is kind of my fault because I haven't really been training linebackers as much as I should. But that's definitely changing this year. Into the second round, we got a couple of D tackles here. This guy was actually a right end that I moved to D tackle. And then this guy was actually a true D tackle. And I think he was the third best player in the draft. So I had one at 1 and then 3, I think, here in the second round. I took a left end. This guy was actually an outside linebacker, made him a left end. He's really not that good. Center here was a guard, made him a center because I need a backup center. Another D tackle here, he's pretty good as well. But I have all these D tackles and I have no use for him. And then fullback here was number 2 in the draft. So I drafted the top 3 players in the draft at very different points in the draft, which is pretty cool. Then we got another middle linebacker here who is just pretty trash. I think he was actually projected to go undrafted and with good reason. So that was the draft. I think overall it was pretty good except for this linebacker here. He really did look pretty good in my defense, and he is a solid player, so, I mean, he'll fit well as a backup. But moving on to season number 3. So we do have some trade offers here. I put Kawan Daniel, the defensive tackle we drafted last year, up on the trade block to kind of make room for the guys that we just drafted this year, and we're going to take this pick, or this trade from the Jets for the second round pick. And I was going to trade away Sean Williams, but I don't have a replacement for him, so I took him off the trade block. This is hopefully what the team is going to look like. I did put Preston. I put Preston Brown up on the block, see if I can get anything for him, since we have quite a few middle linebackers now. The offense, I did sign Marshawn Lynch, actually, to be the backup to Joe Mixon, who's still going to start. But the offense is looking really, really good, actually. Aside from quarterback, we still do not have a franchise guy. So maybe Matt Barkley can perform a little bit better than last year and we can sneak in the playoffs with this team. But the defense does still need some work. So, yeah, definitely got a lot of training to do. Here we go. We got some trade offers for Preston Brown. That is what I like to see. We're going to take this trade from the Chargers, actually. I know there's a second-round pick here, but I want an extra... Actually, you know what? No. I have like a million fourth-round picks this year because I traded down... I had like 5 seventh-rounders last year, and I traded them all down because I didn't want to take anybody else. So now I have a ton of fourth-rounders for this year just because the game is dumb. And that's all they really offer. So I don't need any more picks this year, really. So this is the team for season number 3. Really didn't change anything since you guys last saw. Anything real notable? I don't think so. We are starting that Centurio Orr guy, left outside linebacker. Kenneth Murray starting in the middle with Malik Jefferson as the backup. Jesse Bates up to a 91 now. Carl Lawson 96, DeMarcus Lawrence 99, William Jackson 84, so he's getting pretty solid. Pretty happy about that. AJ Brown 91 now, Lawrence Collins 84. So this team is looking really, really good. Definitely in a great spot. I really just need to find a franchise quarterback in this draft, or we may be starting to struggle in these last couple of years. Guys, what do you mean we go 11-5 and win the division and we have a bye week in the playoffs and Matt Barkley won MVP? Whoops, that's the wrong button. What? Matt Barkley, bro. I'm at a loss for words of what just happened this season. Bro, look at that stat line. 5,200 yards, 47 touchdowns, 18 picks, dude. Matt Barkley, like a 73 overall. He got quick dev from it. What? Oh, my God. So that happened. So Joe Mixon, almost 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Receiving, led by A.J. Brown this year, 100 catches, almost 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Lawrence Collins, 96 catches, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. A.J. Green, 94 catches, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Tyler Eifert. We had 4 players on the roster with over 90 catches, at almost 900 yards, with 11 touchdowns. The offensive line let up 13 sacks, not terrible. Sack numbers for Carl Lawson a little bit down this year at 14, but still really good. DeMarcus Lawrence with 12. Denzel Ward with 5 picks. Centurio Orr had 2. Who led the team in tackles? Kenneth Murray, of course. Oh, man. What an absolutely insane sim this year. Chase Lucas had a touchdown. Denzel Ward had a touchdown on defense. Oh, my God. All right, Greg Zerlin, pretty decent year kicking. Decent punting. John Ross had a kick return touchdown, and Gio Bernard had a punt return touchdown. Okay, so we had the best offense in the league and the 12th best defense, so not too bad. We already know the GOAT, Matt Barkley, wins MVP. Somehow we don't win Coach of the Year, going 11-5, no playoff wins. We're going to see if we can turn that curse of the Bengals around now that Marvin Lewis is gone. So Matt Barkley also does get Offensive Player of the Year. We don't have anybody else in the top 10. Kenneth Murray came in second for Defensive Player of the Year. That would have been sick. Carl Lawson in 8th. Offensive Rookie, I don't think we really had any. Devontae Banks, the fullback. All right, he got 10th. Kenneth Murray, of course, is going to win Defensive Rookie. We got Centurio Orr in 2nd, Chase Lucas in 3rd, and that's it. Best QB, of course, to the MVP, Matt Barkley. Best running back, we got Joe Mixon in 5th. Best receiver, A.J. Green in 3rd, Lawrence Collins at 5th, and no A.J. Brown. Interesting. Jonah Williams comes in 2nd for best offensive line. Barry Branch in 4th. And Isaiah Wynn in 10th. A lot of Patriots up here, too. Carl Lawson in fourth for best D-line. Best linebacker, we got Kenneth Murray in fifth. Best defensive back, my boy Jamal Adams wins it again. I love seeing that. Denzel Ward, though, in eighth. Best kicker, we got... There he is, Greg Zerland in fourth. So, we do have some XP to use now. Well, I'll train and sim the week first, but we got oh my god, we got a ton. A literal ton of offensive line XP. Whole bunch of receiver XP. Matt Barkley's even got 26K. Kenneth Murray with 82,000. There's XP all over the place, boys. So I'm going to train real quick, and I'll do that, and we'll see who we're taking on next week. Alright, guys, so after using all the XP, we have a squad, man. The offensive line is sick. A+ is all over the place. AJ Brown up to a 99. AJ Green, 97. Lawrence Collins, 92. John Ross, 83. Matt Barkley's even up to an actual 76. Kenneth Murray up to a 90. Centurio Orr up to an 85. Jesse Bates, 96. Chase Lucas, after one season, 95. Oh my gosh, bro. This team, this is such a good team overall. I need a franchise quarterback, and luckily, I think I can address that in the draft. But here we are in the divisional round, taking on the 10-6 Tennessee Titans, and we're going to see if we can actually get a playoff win here. So we're in 92 overall, they're in 89. Let's break the curse. Let's break that curse wide open, boy. So we're coming up on halftime here, and it's been a pretty tight game. We just scored right before the half there to take a 17-10 lead. It's now 24-10 at the start of the fourth. We kick a field goal to make it 27-10, and it's looking like we win the game, man. So we've officially done something that Marvin Lewis could not do in 15 years, I think, of being the head coach in Cincinnati, and that is win a playoff game. So we've got that going for us, boys. We're moving on to the championship round, and keep in mind, Matt Barkley is our starting quarterback. So it looks like our unlikely run here might come to an end against the Patriots. They went 11-5. I do quickly want to see if Tom Brady is still in the league. Just curious. And yep, there he is. Oh my god, I hate that guy so much. So we are taking on the Patriots, and they are at 91. We're up to 95, though. Let's see if the team can get it done here. And I guess I have to change my name now, too. All right, guys, so we're coming up on halftime, and we're currently up 21-17. Pretty close game. They scored to take the lead, but we tie it up with a... oh, boy. They scored two real quick touchdowns there, and we have a shot if we can get a stop, but they run the clock out, and we lose by a touchdown in the championship game. Tom Brady absolutely went off, but so did Matt Barkley. So, really, it was just a pretty high-powered offensive affair here. Oh, yeah. Just really high-powered offensive affair, man. Jeez. No picks. One sack on us. Wow. All right. Well, fair enough. GG, Patriots. At least we have a quarterback option in the draft. So if this team is this good with Matt Barkley, I'm expecting like 12-plus wins next year. So in the Super Bowl of year number 3, the Rams are going to repeat as champs as they beat the Patriots 35-14. All right, guys. So here in the offseason now, we are going to be making one trade here for the number 1 overall pick from the Browns, and that's going to be for 2 first-round picks this year from us and a safety Leafy or something. Tolliver. He was our backup free safety this past couple seasons. But we really, really need this draft pick. So that is the one trade we are going to make. And we've got a few incoming free agent signings here. Jalen Mills, fake Ryan Switzer, and Dion Lewis. We had this guy last year. He's not real Ryan Switzer. He's too old for that. He's fake Ryan Switzer. And I don't know what happened on this roster when this guy made it, but I think this guy should actually be like 26, because I'm pretty sure Ryan Switzer was 22 when he got drafted. So that's what I'm going to do. But he had quick previously, and after last year, he got superstar. I don't remember why. It must have been a Pro Bowl or something, or I don't know. So we got Jalen Mills really just because we can afford it, and I'd rather have a better fourth corner than Drake Kirkpatrick, who will bump down to 5. And Dion Lewis, because we needed another backup running back since we let Marshawn Lynch go. And then I was trying to get Greg Zerlin back, I think. Yeah, that was my only other free agent signing thing there. So, wow, AJ Green is really down to a 93 or 94. What the heck? Jeez, dude. All right, well, that's kind of sad. Well, I will see you guys at the draft. All right, guys, so we're after the draft now, and here he is, our new franchise quarterback, Dylan McCaffrey. I really don't know any other quarterback prospects for this year's draft other than McCaffrey and Trevor Lawrence, and I already used Trevor Lawrence, and so here we are with Dylan McCaffrey. Not complaining, superstar dev, 85 overall. He did win the Heisman, and he was the top player in the draft for the entire season, and deservedly so. He's extremely good. In our second round, we took Ish Wilson, left outside linebacker with superstar dev. I had no idea he had superstar, actually. I just kind of got lucky. And then I started taking some flyers on some safeties, and this one actually panned out. 77 overall, Bradley Buckley with quick dev, 6'4", too. This guy is actually going to start at strong safety, and hopefully we can develop him because Sean Williams is starting to go downhill quite a bit. So the rest of this draft, actually, aside from this right outside linebacker Ross Henderson here, was pretty trash. But Ross Henderson does have quick dev at a 77 overall, and I am just like drafting these linebackers like it's nothing. But we are going to be actually cutting a lot of these guys because we don't have the roster space for him. But that was the draft. We're moving on to season 4, and I really, really do think we're going to be winning the division pretty easily here. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys. So here is what the team is going to be looking like for season number 4. Dylan McCaffrey, new quarterback here. Matt Barkley, the reigning MVP, is our backup. AJ Green is going to be playing in the slot this year since he's regressed so much. Offensive line is the same as it was. Tyler Eifert's still manning down the tight end spot. The defense is entirely the same pretty much, except for the addition of Jalen Mills as our fourth corner. And Bradley Buckley is starting at strong safety now instead of Sean Williams. So definitely expecting around probably 12 wins. Hopefully that'll actually come true. And let's see. All right, guys. So we're here at the end of season number 4. And of course, we make the playoffs. We go 13-3. My prediction was almost exactly right. So we were second best offense in the league, and oh my God, what the hell? We were the 31st defense? What? Anyway, Dylan McCaffrey, the rookie, almost 5,300 yards, 49 touchdowns, and 16 picks in his rookie year. That is absolutely insane. One of the best quarterback seasons of all time in a rookie year, dude. Joe Mixon, really good year from him, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Dion Lewis, 13 touchdowns as a backup. A.J. Brown leading the team with 107 catches for 1,200 yards and 19 touchdowns. And A.J. Green, 102 catches, 1 yard off of 1,600 with 13 touchdowns. Lawrence Collins, 93 catches, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Tyler Eifert, another good year from him as well. A.J. Green, dude, that is sick. So we let up 6 total sacks this year. Carl Lawson, 25.5 sacks, breaks the record unless Aaron Donald broke it already, which he probably did. Picks led by Chase Lucas with 6. Jesse Bates had 4. Kenneth Murray and Sean Williams had 3. Who led in tackles? Definitely Kenneth Murray. Any touchdowns? Kenneth Murray had 1, and that was it. So kicking was decent. Punting was good. Ryan Switzer, the fake one, had a kick return touchdown, and John Ross had a punt return touchdown. So let's look at awards. I already know my boy Dylan McCaffrey won MVP. I think that's the second time I've done that now. Drafted a quarterback in the year 3 draft and then had him win MVP year 4. We still don't win Coach of the Year, dude. Come on, man. So Dylan McCaffrey also does get Offensive Player of the Year. I'm kind of surprised AJ Green's not in the top 10. Defensive Player of the Year does go to Carl Lawson as well. Kenneth Murray are at 6th for that. Obviously, Dylan McCaffrey getting Offensive Rookie of the Year as well. Defensive Rookie, we got Bradley Buckley in 3rd. And that's it. Best QB, obviously, to Dylan McCaffrey. Best running back, Joe Mixon in 6th. Best receiver goes to AJ Green. There we go. AJ Brown at 2. And that's it for that. Our whole O-line is up here in the top 5. That is beautiful. Carl Lawson does get best D-line as well. Best LB. What? Really? Kenneth Murray is not in the top 10, surprisingly enough. Best defensive back, though, Chase Lucas comes in 2nd. Wait a minute. Did I see somebody else? Yeah, Jesse Bates in 9th as well. And best kicker, we don't have Greg Zerlin up there. So, oh my goodness, how much XP do you have? What? Oh my god. What? Bro. Come on, fam. This guy's about to be a 99. And this is after I've already used like 53,000 or so probably XP already this season just from training him. So that's insane. Oh my god, that is absolutely insane. Alright guys, so after using a ton of XP, this is what the team is looking like. Like I said, Dylan McCaffrey is up to a 99. What up, Terry? AJ Brown also a 99. Lawrence Collins 97. A whole bunch of 99s on the offensive line. 3 of them to be exact, with a 98 and 97. Rounding that out, Kenneth Murray 97. Bradley Buckley up to an 84. Chase Lucas 99. Carl Lawson 99. DeMarcus Lawrence still 99. Jesse Bates now 99. I don't know how many that is. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 99 overalls on this team, dude. This team is insane, boys. So we are taking on the 9-7 New England Patriots. Remember, they did beat us last year. We are up to a 96 overall. They're a 92. Let's see if we can get some revenge. Oh, God, did I say revenge weirdly? Oh, God, I think I did. Oh, I meant revenge, boy. It's in my name. I can't even say the word. So in the conference championship, we are taking on the 11-5. I always want to call them the San Diego Chargers, but they are 94. We're still in 96. Let's send Stan Kroenke back to St. Louis, or actually no, that's the Rams. Sorry. Well, what's that guy's name? I don't know. I don't remember their owner's name, but fuck their owner too, you know. All right, guys, we're coming up on halftime now, and this is a little bit closer of a game. We're up 21-14. We score again and again. So it's 31-14 now in the 4th. We score another touchdown, and it's looking like we're going to close this game out, and we do. So we're moving on to the Super Bowl. Let's take a quick look at stats. Dylan McCaffrey with 4 touchdowns. Josh Allen now on the Chargers through 5 picks. Joe Mixon had quite the day again. 2 touchdowns for A.J. Brown. Any sacks? Joe Mixon did let up 1 sack. Can't really blame him being a running back. A lot of picks, though. That is a lot of picks. So here in the big game in the Super Bowl, we're taking on the 10-6 Philadelphia Eagles. And they are a 93. We're still a 96. You know, man, our team is just so good. I think we're going to pull out the dub. Our pullout game is going to be so strong. I don't know where I was trying to go with that. All right, guys, coming up on halftime here. It's currently 28-6, so we're really putting the beat down on them. 38-9 now. They finally score a touchdown, 38-16, and score another 38-22. But we really put the game out of reach. So we are Super Bowl champions, baby. All it took was 3 years of Matt Barkley and an MVP from him to really set us up for success. Oh yeah, I almost skipped that. I want to see who won MVP. And Dylan McCaffrey wins regular season MVP and the Super Bowl MVP. So let's take a look at these stats. 4 touchdowns with 368 yards for him. And a perfect passer rating, dude. What do you mean? Oh my God, that is incredible. Carson Wentz, no touchdowns. He did throw a pick. Jay Ajayi really had a good day, except for that fumble. Joe Mixon had a touchdown as well. A.J. Green had a touchdown. A.J. Brown had 2 touchdowns. Joe Mixon had a receiving touchdown as well. Lane Johnson led up a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence and Geno Atkins shared that. And Kenneth Murray had the pick on Carson Wentz. And just like that, the Bengals go from a coach that can't win a playoff game in 15 years to Super Bowl champs in a matter of 4 seasons. What do you mean? Oh, what? Hello? Did I lose my connection? Oh, okay. Well, we still won. So, with that, this is the final team, guys. We did have 1099 overalls now that Billy Price went up 1 overall point. So, if you guys want to take a closer look, as always, definitely hit that pause. And, you do you. Terry's trying to get me to play Fortnite with him. So, definitely an incredible team, guys. Dylan McCaffrey, absolutely insane year from him. The offensive line, dude, I'm really starting to think that this is the way to go about doing rebuilds, is just solidify the rest of your team and then get your quarterback. Although in Madden, you can really do it any way you really want to. But the offensive line, I think getting that offensive line unit to like a 90-something plus first was incredible. Like, you guys saw the amount of success that we had with a 73 overall Matt Barkley starting a quarterback just because the rest of the team was that good. Kenneth Murray actually probably has enough XP to be a 99, so I'm going to call that 11. So this is the defense, guys. Absolutely insane team. Bradley Buckley could definitely be a 90 overall plus within another year or so. So, great rebuild here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, definitely hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you're new around here, definitely subscribe to the channel. Like I said at the start of the video, got big plans for Madden 19. Whole lot of rebuilds. Whole bunch of them. So, once again, hope you guys did enjoy. And with that, I'm out.